What's up, people? This is the second time we're recording this. Technical difficulties. Oh, we said some pretty good stuff. I think it might be lost. I think it's gonna be lost. Shit.
Oh yeah, we can never repeat them. That is what it is.
Pierre, you need to do your damnedest to repeat it. There's some good shit in there.
Well, unlike Frieren, I can't retrace the 10-year adventure I've had spot for spot, but
Right.
Listen, we'll try. It's a hard life. Episode 3, Killing Magic. 27 years after the death of Himmel, which means 1 year later. Hooray! Now, Christian, this is not a spoiler. Is this how they're going to tell time, like, throughout this whole season? I don't really mind knowing. Oh, okay.
Well, what do you mean by tell time?
That's the only way, unless it's spoken, like Frieren saying in episode 2 to Heiter, like, hey, we've been training for 4 years now, you know, or if it's not said by one of the characters, the sign on the show is like X years after the death of Himmel. I'm just wondering if that's going to keep going. Like episode 5 is going to be like 33 years after the death of Himmel. Episode 7, 40 years after the death of Himmel. Like as
Yeah, it's gonna keep going. I don't remember
That's cool.
how long it lasts, but it does keep going. Yeah.
it's every time
But,
it goes, it's great. I just stop it and get my calculator out. I just literally, you should see me. Every time I see this sign, I'm like, okay, it's been this, it's been that. She said 4. There's been 1. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and that's a very deliberate choice, I'm sure. Like, there's significance to that. We'll talk about it more in the future episodes, but there's many things that does for the story by keeping you in check with how long ago Himmel passed. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, so basically it's been 1 year since we left them at the end of episode 2.
What happens in a year?
A lot happened in a year. It's still a mage apprentice relationship, but you can tell they've grown closer, which is very cute. Like Fern is a bit more stern, you know, she take the role of the adult from time to time. Like she's checking on their spending, she's checking on the frivolous purchases of the the ones that don't make sense. Like there's a scene in the beginning of episode 3 when she's like, I have to keep you in check. And then they show you Frieren goes and get the spell, and she's like, we don't need the spell. Frieren gets a book, and Fern's like, this book's expensive, we don't need this book. It's like, just check and balance is really nice. That also Frieren is allowing to happen, which is even nicer. But yeah, so yeah, they split up at this open market, and of course, like we just mentioned, Fern cannot trust Homegirl, so she's just spying hard. And it's crazy that she didn't get caught. Because you'd think for Fern to be an elf of battle, that means your instincts of being defensive or offensive, or, you know, when you're being followed or whatnot, got to be sharp. I thought Fern would have gotten caught because it was so up close, but she never did. And Frieren was just looking for shopping. And then, like,
you remember how Fern said that, I forget episode 2 or 1, she's incredibly hard to detect?
no, Hermana, she said.
Yeah.
She's...
That plays a role too.
I see. I see.
Like, there are different things throughout this episode that are very reminiscent of the power system in Hunter x Hunter. And the power system in Hunter x Hunter is arguably the best power system in all of anime. So to have resemblances to it, very good sign. Like, as somebody who's watching episode 3.
That is true. Yeah, she got her a gift, which was cute for her birthday. And as they're eating dessert, she, of course, chose the Mercure pudding for both of them, which is Frieren's favorite, which gives Frieren a flashback of hanging out with the whole gang and how they were attentive to her because they've been traveling with her for so long. So she took that as something to improve on in her current relationship, which is very nice. Like, there's nothing that makes you a better human being than the ability to look back on shortcomings, or as in when you're constantly trying to improve is how you better as a human being. So to channel back these nice memories, remembering how it was a moment where you realize you don't know nothing about these 3 guys that knew so much about you, and for you to take that and voice it and work on it. Like, Fern, I don't know anything about you, you know? So, like, I want to know more since we were going to be traveling and we've been traveling. And when I left, this is what I bought. It was a gift for you. And of course, she's like, oh my goodness, thanks for doing this. This is great. And she said, this is great. And Frieren's like, is this because I tried? and then Frieren is like, you really don't understand people's feelings. It's like, which is crazy, right? We mentioned the first take. She's been alive. She's been on this planet. She's been viewing humans. Like, you know, Christian, that's the thing. Because of her personality, she's not someone who's overly caring. No, she cares and loves people her way. So for that reason, it's plausible that she can be roaming the earth for a long time with people, but because she's not attached, for that reason, it could be I've been here for so long and I still don't understand humans because I really never care that much to understand humans. Like, you see her interaction with the old gang, but they know who she is. So for that reason, they tolerate her not giving a fuck or her like not knowing anything about them because they just know she's actually a sweet girl. You know, that she just shows it differently. So because she's been with people that enabled her to be this way and not force a change, for that reason, she's been alive for so long and don't know anything about human beings as a whole because she never had to. But now she's taking that initiative to do this differently based off answers, based off what her old gang told her that she doesn't want to get repeated with Fern.
You know, to tie into that, later on in the episode when she's talking to Qual, she says 80 years is quite a long time for humans. And the way she said that implied that creatures with long lives in this world tend to be wasteful of time that they have. So that could also play into what you're saying, because she takes time for granted.
Yeah. She said mere a lot. It's a mere 10 years. It's a mere 30 years. It's a mere,
It's like whatever.
Because she knows she have an exorbitant amount of fucking time just chilling. That's actually a good point.
Yeah, because even the, because it's not like she perceives time differently. Well, no, that's not the right wording. Like, the same 24 hours in a day that's allotted to a human is allotted to Frieren, right? Because she struggles to wake up. She's, understands that there's like a morning, an afternoon, a night, all that stuff. Yeah. So the same things that a human could achieve, they achieve it because they are constantly aware of the finality of their life. So that's a pretty interesting way to view it too.
No, that makes perfect sense. Because, like, what happened when you know you're not dying when you're not 60 years old? Like, what happened when you know you don't have to worry about factors like diseases or old age? Right. You're chilling.
Probably get a little lazy. Yeah.
There's okay. There's hella factors. I see. So yeah, homegirl's like, okay, I want to retrace the adventures with the old gang before they fade, which is kind of cute. She's cute. Like, she's like holding on to these memories. Like, you can tell. It's nice how she's manifesting how much they were close to her, but she never showed them when they were alive. But she's trying to rectify that. And then they fast forward to them training. Fern is on the defensive. So
real quick before you go into that, I want to bring this up again too, because I mentioned it in the first take.
Yeah.
The transition going from the first half of the episode, very wholesome, and then you just get this black screen, and then it says killing magic, and then the tone shifts because the music changes, and it was very wonderfully unsettling when I first saw it, because I was like, oh shit, so this show can get dark too. And it also reminds me of The Last of Us. I don't know if they did this in the TV show, but in the video games, whenever a big event happened,
playlist is up top if you listen to this on YouTube. Go ahead, Christian. Take it over.
Right. So in the games of The Last of Us, whenever a big event happens, there's this black screen, and then it shifts to a different season. So, like, boom, black screen, and then we're moving on. And it was just this, like, really visually, it hits you that this abrupt change in pace, it's jarring enough to make you feel uncomfortable, which is what they were trying to do that in The Last of Us. So I got that same sense here, where it was a very deliberate choice to just interrupt this wholesome scene to now, okay, we're going to talk about something really serious. We're going to talk about how you kill with magic. And I thought it was awesome that they did it that way.
Yeah, and the special effects were really sick. They were like bombs. Just like the weight of Frieren's strike and how it like splashes off of Fern's shield and just like shot up, erupted like a volcano. And you could see in the middle of the forest where they were at, you see the fucking wind go up with every blow. That was pretty sick. So, which of course, every training comes lesson, and Fern is a very good student. So Frieren's like, you see, like your mana is exerted, like your hands are literally shaking. And of course, Fern picks up on that and said, I guess I have to minimize the coverage exactly at the moment of impact. And Frieren's like, yes, that's true. That's crazy, Christian, because we went on a whole Hunter x Hunter Ren and Nen for...
Yeah, we can do it again.
Yes, Christian. Christian. Do it again. Go ahead. Explain it. Explain it, Christian. Let us know.
Yeah, because this is again, this is the Hunter x Hunter power system is so immaculate. It's so well done. And there's things about this power system that I can't say because we're too early in the episode and I don't want to spoil it for you. But there's so much room for creativity in this power system. We're just getting a very shallow understanding of it now. But even this understanding of it is still just elements of complexity. So they were saying that the best option for defense is to make sure your defense is precise. Mm-hmm. So if you're getting attacked, you block a very specific window that would capture that attack. And this is there's a degree of risk with this because if you're blocking a very specific part, you leave the rest of your body open. So in Hunter x Hunter, we have Nen, and the application of Ko in Hunter x Hunter is a similar idea, where you have to concentrate your Nen in a precise area of your body, so that if you get hit, your Ko blocks that hit. And I love this concept in power systems so much because it adds a lot of stakes and it adds a lot of strategy to combat when you have these elements of quick thinking and efficiency that are at play in a battle. So if you see a mage who is now blocking, it's no longer just, they just threw up magic to block. It's like, no, they're being very strategic with that block. And it adds a lot more intensity to battles now. Even if they don't have to explicitly say, like this, you don't have to go into a monologue of the character and hear what they're thinking. If you see them block and it's a small shield, they're really focused and they're concentrated in the battle. And they have to choose that specific spot to block, which is really cool.
It is pretty sick, actually. Yeah. And then it causes them to be quick. It's very risky, like you just mentioned. At the same time, it allowed them to last longer because they're exerting very little of the mana. Because it's not a full body coverage, but just specific hit points or receiving points. So that's pretty cool. It's very sick. And she's learning very quick. So then they get to that village. And we get introduced to Qual. Another freaking crazy, tall, just...
Could be the Demon King looking.
He could easily be the Demon King. This is the third, like that. Okay, the first animal we saw was like the very giant-like panther. The second one was the one where Himmel saved that village, where he has a statue, who could easily be a Demon King too. And this guy could easily be a Demon King too. Like the dude is tall, the dude is strong. They really do justice to all the bad guys so far. You don't see one that you're like, all right, he's a little bad guy. He's an appetizer. No, like all these motherfuckers are main courses. Like it's just, like, it's insane. Which shows you, if 10 years they went on that journey to get to the Demon King, and Frieren did mention he was among the Demon King's forces. Could only imagine the amount of equivalently strong and powerful adversaries that they met on their journey to the Demon King's castle, if that's where they killed him, because I don't know, but it's insane. No, I really do like that. That's pretty cool. And of course, Himmel already heralded that she would be coming. Like he told the guy from the village, she's a bit cold. Like she's cold. She's quite cold. But when the time comes, before the seal is broken, she's gonna come by and finish the job. Rest assured. And as he said, as promised, Frieren delivered. She came by. And we get to learn he developed something called the Zoltraak. It was the first piercing spell that could break through shields, body armors.
Magnum opus.
Yes, it's and I like how it's little cubes, which is kind of sick actually. It's pretty dope. Like in Resident Evil, there was like this room with these lasers that would just cut you if you didn't make it through. It reminded me like of that.
Look at you with the video game references. Holy.
I didn't play the game, the movie. It was in the movies.
Oh man, sorry. All right, never mind.
Yeah, the Zoltraak was hella powerful. 40% of adventurers and 70% of the mages were killed by that move. By that magic that Qual created. So, it is what it is. This was just give Fern and us, the viewers, some background as to the magnitude of the opponent that we're about to face tomorrow. This is not some motherfucker to be fucked with. We gotta bring our A game. And do you notice this whole time Frieren is chill? It's just there's no ounce of, oh my god, I don't have the other 4 guys, which we later end up knowing why. But the way that's concealed, well, it's not even concealed because that's her personality. She doesn't look like someone who gets scared. She only she broke down crying after realizing Himmel's dead. He's not coming back. I never got to know him. Aside from that, she's been stoic. She's been not not a statue, not monotone, but just unfazed by things, because we've already alluded to the fact that she's been here for so long and she's witnessed death. So it is what it is. But still, she's yeah, okay, I'm about to unseal it. Are you ready? Okay, go. And unseal. They start having a conversation. How long has it been? It's been 80 years. Oh shit. And where's the Demon King? We killed him. Damn. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to avenge him. It's such a cool conversation. It's okay, it is what it is. And of course, homeboy
it is cool, right? It is really cool. That is just so simple. They don't need too many words. It's just the simplicity works so well in this scene, and it's great that the showrunners recognize that. And even, I don't know if the mangaka, I don't know if this was taken directly from the manga, but choosing to make scenes like this extremely simple speaks volumes, and it does so much more than having a lot of intricate dialogue. The dialogue is just clean, simple, and it makes it that much more potent in terms of storytelling.
Yeah. And it's efficient on a vocabulary level, I guess, on a dialogue level. It's there's no extra unneeded shit. At the same time, it's 2 opponents who are aware of each other's caliber. So there's no fucking time to chat here. But sure, completely understand. And of course, homeboy's well, it is what it is. Channel the Zoltraak. And Frieren take a step back and tell Fern, what I just taught you, block me. Which is kind of insane, Christian. Because as I'm watching this, I'm bro, you just trained homegirl about how her mana is going to be exerted if she isn't very limited with how much she's blocking. I understand. Now you give homegirl 2 jobs the very next day to block herself and you. That's a lot of mana. I'm assuming. Well, not assuming, obviously, but still, it's because she was also aware, which is so cool. I like how this whole thing is concealed.
The way that they used Fern's reluctance to study is a clever way to build tension for the audience, so that in the background it makes sense that Frieren is calm, but Fern and also us, the audience, are on the edge of our toes, because that's what you were saying. You're whoa, you're gonna make her block this? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Right.
And that's what they were trying to get across, I think.
Yeah. And as soon as she blocked it, she's for Frieren, this is basic magic. Ooh, and then she freaking blindside homeboys first with a lecture, which is so humiliating. Imagine, Christian, your what do they call this? Ace on the hole? Your trump card. Your finisher move. You're being told after sleeping for 80 years that that shit, bro. Bro, I didn't tell you. Oh shit. All right, bro. You're not gonna believe this shit. So apparently, a bunch of the mages took your shit, studied it, and just dump it into regular magic. Now toddlers are yielding Zoltraak. It's just
bitch. Get in the back.
Right? I know, right? What the fuck? You know how crazy that is? Oh, that thing? Yeah, bro, that thing. Nah, we graduated from Zoltraak. They're teaching that shit in kindergarten, bro. It's fucking hilarious. But at the same time, he is so quick. Be like, okay, studied or not studied, I'm just gonna keep firing that shit, which is gonna make you all exert your mana. Duh, obviously. So he just gives everything he got. Of course, he's laser focused. I didn't even see when Homegirl made the jump. I didn't even see when she got in the sky, actually. Like, I saw her backing, and then, oh shit, she's in the sky. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? That was some crazy shit. And she just rep ones using his move, plus some of her magic, of course. Oh, you see the hole that was made in his body and on the land? It almost looked like that planet was levitating in space. Like, she did a hole and you could see the cloud underneath. That's some crazy shit. Yeah.
And for you, just like, remember that Qual was surprised that Frieren could fly. Just take note of that.
That is true. That is okay. That makes even more sense. That's why you didn't see that coming, because I don't remember you flying. Huh. I forgot that realization. Like, oh shit, you could fly? I don't remember that. I remember him not seeing her and be like, oh shit, where are you at? But interesting. Meaning Homegirl has evolved too in the last 80 years. Yeah, even Fern is flying now too. Levitating. Interesting. I mean, dude, when you're picking up spells, like I like your character. Like, someone that make it their hobby to just pick up new spells. Like, do you know how much is in this girl's magic repertoire? Like, it's fucking insane. Like, and how little she uses that in her daily life says so much about her. Like, if I knew all these spells, bitch, I'll be living in a castle with, it'll be spells ongoing all around me. Like, it'd be like fucking a crypto account that's just going up. Like, or be like a car that changes color every day, but the latest version. She's very simplistic for someone who knows so much about magic, which you can tell that someone who has not even self-control, but someone doesn't overindulge, someone who's not content but disciplined, I guess. You can tell whoever her master was told her, listen, this is an unlimited amount of power, but just don't abuse it. Only use it when needed. And that's all she's been doing from what I've been seeing for the past 3 episodes. She can be doing so much more on her own life. But that's some crazy shit. It was sick. It was fucking sick. So yeah, man, she saved the fucking village. Qual is dead. And she pick up that the fact this was the kid who lifted her skirt, yo.
Flipped her skirt, yeah.
Man, this boy, he's been a dog. This boy's an old man, is still a dog. It's like shit. He's storyteller Gordon. It's like shit.
You saw what Himmel said?
I know, right? Yeah, he got upset.
He was like, I wanted to see that shit. What the
Yeah, some shit definitely went down. Or some shit could have went down that she probably felt so upset about. But we'll see. And as they're walking back, Christian, Fern tells her, I believe Himmel believed in you. Because the way you talk about him, obviously he did. And she give Fern a pat in the head.
yeah.
And Fern's like, what's up? She's like, it's nothing. Like, damn, bro. Like, Frieren is becoming human, which is cute. A very nice character development. Because as they time jump, they get closer. This doesn't feel rushed at all. Because they've known each other for, it was 4 years, 2 years later, and then 1 more year. 4, 2, 6, 6, 1, 7. It's been 7 years. I love the fact that they make me do this math. Like, it's so cool. I'm like, this is so cool. I like that concept.
It's like they're telling a very intentional story, so they want you to pay attention.
Correct.